Eugene V. Gene Frankel was an American actor, theater director, and acting teacher especially notable in the founding of the off-Broadway scene. Frankel served in the Army during World War II in entertainment and as a member of an aerial crew. Life in career. Frankel's direction of the off-Broadway production of John Genet's The Blacks was regarded as a crucial production in promoting African-American theater during the Civil Rights Movement, which opened in 1961 and ran at St. Mark's Theatre for more than 1,400 performances, the longest-running off-Broadway non-musical of the decade. The cast included James Earl Jones, Roscoe Lee Brown, Louis Gossett, Jr., Cicely Tyson, Godfrey Cambridge, Maya Angelou and Charles Gordon. Sets were by Kimi Swados, music by Charles Gross, and costumes and masks by Patricia Ziprot. He began his own career as an actor and was one of the earliest members of the Actors Studio. He moved behind the scenes and became a theater director on and off Broadway. His most notable Broadway production was Arthur Kopit's Indians, starring Stacy Keach, who won the 1970 Tony Award as Best Actor for his portrayal of Buffalo Bill. The production was also nominated for a Tony Award for Best Play of 1970. His other Broadway productions included A Cry of Players, Kurt Weill's Lost in the Stars, and Harry Chapin's The Night That Made America Famous. His off-Broadway productions included Brecht on Brecht, I Am a Woman, and To Be Young, Gifted and Black starring Cicely Tyson. He directed an Arthur Miller play when Miller was married to Marilyn Monroe, Gene Frankel Theatre, as well as directing over 200 shows and managing at least 12 theaters throughout his career. Frankel taught acting, writing and directing. His last stage was the Gene Frankel Theatre and Film Workshop at 24 Bond Street in Greenwich Village. Frankel said that the heart of successful acting was truth. I don't let my actors tell lies. The camera doesn't lie, the stage doesn't let you lie. He was a visiting professor in theatre at various institutions of higher learning including Columbia University, Boston College, and New York University. On August 4, 1973, his Mercer Arts Center, a complex of 7 small theaters, which had been located on the first 2 floors of the residential Broadway Central Hotel, physically collapsed. Frankel, who had been conducting a rehearsal at the time, noticed the ceiling and walls beginning to buckle and heroically led the actors and several residents to safety. 5 people died in the collapse. Only his last theater was a financial success, serving as home to artistic director Christopher Groenewald's New Mercury Players and as a satellite location for artistic director Marilyn Majeski's Grove Street Playhouse. Gail Thacker. In 2003, Gene Frankel made Gail Thacker managing director of the Gene Frankel Theatre and Film Workshop at the Bond Street location. Upon Gene Frankel's death, his legacy passed into Thacker's trust. August Strindberg Repertory Theatre. The August Strindberg Repertory Theatre became the resident company at the Gene Frankel Theatre when it transferred its first production, Strindberg's Playing with Fire, there in June 2012 after an initial run at the New Schools Theatre. Playing with Fire received 3 Audelco Award nominations, for Outstanding Ensemble Performance, Best Revival and Best Costume Design. Its second production was a double bill of Casper's Fat Tuesday and The Stronger, and its third, Easter. Casper's Fat Tuesday was co-produced by the Ping Pig Ballet and was an English-language premiere, as was the company's 4th play, Mr. Banks's Wife, performed in September 2013. To Damascus, Part 1 was presented in April 2014, Miss Julie, featuring a biracial cast complete with the previously unstaged ballet, in October 2014, and Christina in March 2015. Family. Frankel had 2 children, Laura Frankel and Ethan Frankel, from his marriage which ended in divorce. He was survived by his daughter, Laura Frankel. His son, an aspiring actor, who studied at his father's school, had struggled with marijuana use and psychiatric illness, which led him to leap off the top of a 17-floor building during 1995 in Manhattan during a psychosis from which he miraculously survived. After a lengthy coma and therapy to learn to walk again, Ethan was placed in a group home in the Bronx, where he was murdered by a fellow resident the following year. Frankel created a scholarship at his theater in his son's name. Productions, awards and honors. Frankel was awarded the first Obie Award for directing, with his production of Volpone, and then won 2 more also for directing. He also received the first Lola D'Annunzio and Vernon Rice Awards for Outstanding Achievement in Theatre. Obie Awards 1956-57 Best Director for Ben Johnson's Volpone. 1959-60 Best Director for Sophie Treadwell's Machinal. 1960-61 Best Play for Jean Genet's The Blacks. Other Drama Desk Vernon Rice Award for Outstanding Achievement in Theatre. Lola D'Annunzio Award for Lifetime Achievement in Theatre.